Man, I wanted to do this out by the pool. Sunny and nice out, but a bunch of kids showed up with a family, and I can't be getting rowdy out by the pool with a bunch of kids around, right? Environmental awareness. I like to talk about what's going on in my life because I know we're all connected in a lot of ways. That's why my message resonates. And we all suffer in the same ways, often at the same times, which I find interesting. Today has me dealing with the topic of anger. Anger, man, what a destructive force, entity, emotion in this life, especially my life. If I can really reflect back on all the self-sabotaging behaviors and moments, scenarios, happenings, occurrences, a lot of it is anger driven, rooted in anger, or had anger to deal with it, rage, breaking of character. And today, I broke character while I was communicating something that was hurtful to me. Like I had talked about with the dark passenger. Man, as I get older and like to catch it a little quicker, I try not to let that anger run like it used to. It'd run all day for hours. At least now I can catch it, and it's less frequent. But man, it crushes me karmically when I break character. I strive to set myself up for success, to not break character by doing all those daily habits, because when I break character, it's when I'm feeling hurt and I feel like I'm losing control in some capacity. I could probably root that to when I was a child, or maybe feeling of lack of control, and so I got to control the situation, and it comes out as anger. I can even deliberately start communicating calmly about something that's affecting me, and if I feel disrespect or perceived disrespect, who knows if it's even real, right? It's definitely not warranted to lash out. That's when I recognize that my anger comes out. And it's ego driven, right? There's positive ego that pushes us to excel, and I want to strive for more. There's that balance. And then there's the ego, and it bubbles up and it becomes destructive. It is razor thin. Razor thin. Ego is one of those things, it's like a weapon system. A powerful tool is often dangerous. So ego and anger, for me, are linked. It's when my ego is challenged and I feel like I'm in defense, my anger comes out. It's a defense mechanism to guard my ego from hurt or just guard myself from hurt overall. It's weakness. There's no way. It's lack of emotional control. And it's my Achilles heel, right? Anger. My father dealt with it. His father dealt with it. I deal with it. Stone sober anger, right? And where is that rooted? Finding where the root of the anger comes from, root of the hurt, is important. And I'm learning more and more that sometimes some things don't need to be communicated. People talk about communication. Well, there's something to be said for communication. There's also something to be said for strategic communication. There's also something to be said for just swallowing it. Sometimes, even if it hurts or you're dealing with it, who knows if that's the right answer? I know that lashing out at anger is not the right answer. So until that can be controlled, then sometimes communication, I think, should probably slow down or cease. Not to the point where it'll explode later. But anger, man, what a destructive driving force in many people's lives. Think about how many marriages, jobs, careers, lives have been destroyed because of anger. And truthfully, what anger is a loss of framework, right? Perspective has been lost. Things seem more dangerous than they are, right? Threats seem more dangerous, and anger takes hold. It's a challenging topic to do. Some people don't have it, man, and good on you. Good on you if you don't experience anger like I do. It's easy to talk about control. Much more challenging to control when it's at its head, when it's come to a head. It's recognizing the thought and the communication that comes in. A small tool that I'm going to start to employ. And I'd been talking to a friend about it earlier today because he had been dealing with the same thing, and I brought it up. We like to get honest. Man, as men and women, man, getting honest is helpful, right? This is helpful. Talking about it, knowing that we're not dealing with things on an island. Extrapolating the information, dissecting it, checking it out, looking inside to see where the root of it is, right? But then that takes the power away from it. It's not mysterious anymore when you can actually point to it and talk about it. And a tool I'm going to employ is, if I'm going to need to communicate something, it's be very deliberate about setting what it is and then leaving it at that, right? Not allowing the emotions to take hold and getting our skis in front of us. At least for me, that's what I'm going to do. It's important because, man, my anger can come out venomous, right? Not even toxic, venomous. It can come out saying things, hurtful things. And it's like I said, weakness. Man, that's not who I want to be in my 10.0 self. Nope. I don't want to hurt the people in my life, right? I don't want to say hurtful things that I don't mean. I don't want to lose emotional control. I don't want to lose emotional discipline. That's what it is. Emotional discipline. You have discipline in all these different areas with your food, with your wake ups, with all this stuff. And then the one piece that's potentially the most destructive, emotional discipline. A lot of us fail. I know I fail time to time. And that's something I got to draw more attention to. Sometimes we got to pay more attention to the body. Sometimes we got to pay more attention to our finances. Sometimes we got to pay more attention to our emotional state. That self-reflection in the morning is important, right? I'll tell you what, in those quiet moments of self-reflection in the morning, like I have found important, I like to reflect on the day before, on what I regret from the day before. And I'll tell you what, I know tomorrow morning I'm going to be reflecting on anger and maintaining emotional discipline. Be smart, man. Out here.